Hello.
Hi, Mary.
Hi.
So it's like Show Us Your Degrassi marathon, right?
Yeah, I saw your vomit.
I was hoping you'd see my vomit.
You've been vomiting and vomiting and hoping I would notice.
Anyway, what I was actually going to say, Mary, is that it had nothing to do with vomit. What it had to do with is that, we're reliving 6 seasons of Degrassi now, and there's one person that has been on the show since the very, 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 very,
Day
very beginning
one.
that we have never spoken to.
Yeah. I,
It's a
I met
great
him like for 5 seconds once.
but it's been this great hole in our archive, as it were.
Yeah, because I like Toby. I think Toby gets short shrift on that
Yes,
show.
that is who I was referring to, Jake Goldsbie, aka Toby.
Oh, I'm sorry. You hadn't said his name yet,
Yeah,
not all.
yeah. Thanks. I was building up to it, but you blew it, so that's fine. But so we're gonna call Jake. It's not as no longer a surprise since you just ruined it for everyone. And
Sorry.
but no, this is good because it's taken a long time to talk to him. But I'm excited to talk to him because
Yeah, I
he's
think he's
actually
interesting.
he's a cool guy from everything I've
I've heard
heard.
that he has awesome taste in music, and I heard that he did like improv class at Second City, which is
That's impressive. Second City
yeah,
is like the all the really really funny people you see on TV somehow came through Second City.
yeah, exactly. Like Saturday Night Live was born
Right.
of Second City,
Tina
basically.
Fey and Stephen Colbert and the other Stephen, what's his name? You know, Michael Scott, Stephen, 40-year-old virgin. Come on, help
Stephen
me out here.
Carell,
What?
Steve Carell,
Steve Carell, you got it. Thank you. Anyway,
and
so you can lump Toby Isaac. Oh, I did it. I just called him Toby. Oh man, that's embarrassing. Right here on the podcast, I call him Toby. Don't tell him I said that, Mary. You can lump Jake Goldsbie in with those guys, is what I'm saying.
yeah, Jake Goldsbie, Tina Fey, same thought.
Yeah, exactly. So should we call him?
I don't see why not.
All right, let's do it.
Hello?
Hey, Jake,
Hello.
it's Mary and Seth from the end.com.
Hi, Jake.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
What are you up to today?
Today, what did I do today? Not a whole lot, actually. It was a very exciting by being boring day.
So you're not on set today or anything?
No, we're actually on hiatus right now.
Oh, cool.
We are.
I think they're starting to shoot Instant Star now, so
Oh, okay.
you get a little break.
How long of a break do you get before you have to go back?
I think they're shooting Instant Star for 3-4 weeks.
Oh, so you
Ish.
get. Oh, that's nice. You get a whole
Yeah.
month there.
What do you do with your time off?
Oh, what do I do with my time off? Not as much as I should. Well, at the moment, I'm just trying to finish up the year of school.
Oh, right.
Because we're still doing that whole thing. But other than that, really, I guess basic stuff. I hang out with friends. I go to movies. I listen to music. I do whatever slightly normal people do.
Wait, what's the last movie you saw in the theater? Because that's one of our questions on our profiles on the
Oh,
end.
okay. The last movie I saw in the theater was I saw it last week. Actually. Oh, Pirates 3.
Oh, right.
What'd you think?
I really liked it.
Yeah, I fell asleep during the second one a
Yeah,
week ago.
The third one was really long too.
I just saw in your bio that you studied improv at like
Yeah.
one of the Second City troops. What's the deal with that?
Well, I started doing it when I want to say 8. I could be not. I could be
Whoa.
9. Yeah, I was a little one, and it was just kind of something to do. I found this class, which wasn't quite an acting class, but it was sort of close. And I got into doing that, and I was doing classes there till about 2 years ago, I guess. So
So
I
what
just
is it like kiddie improv that they when you were 8? Like do they have separate classes for the kids or?
No, yeah. It was definitely. I wasn't taking classes with the 30-year-olds when I was 8.
Doing love scenes.
Sure. I don't think my parents would have appreciated that. But, yeah, no. It started off as it was like an improv class for kids essentially, and so it taught me, I guess, how to be vulgar but it was lots and lots of fun.
You work like a lot. Like I'm looking at your filmography and it's longer than I think any of the other Degrassi cast members. Like
Well, I've been working since I was 5, so it's been
Oh
14
man.
years now. So
Oh my
it's
God.
yeah, I know it's been a really, really long time.
So you know no other way. That's just your life.
Pretty much, yeah, because I don't really remember much from being 4 other than crawling. Well, I was probably walking when I hope I was
I was
five.
gonna say, I hope.
Wait, so what was your first professional acting gig when you were 5?
My first professional acting gig. Well, this is actually a topic of debate between me and my mother because we both think it's something else. I think it was a commercial for, I don't even know if the company still exists, but it was Tiger Electronics. So it was like those little, remember there used to be, for when Disney cartoon movies came out, there'd be those really little, like pre-Game Boy handheld games.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was for those kind of things. And my mom thinks that my first job was this little workshop play thing, which I actually can't remember the title. But I think it was the commercial, so I'm sticking with that.
Do you still
Yeah.
have like a tape of that commercial?
Probably somewhere, but I don't even think I have a VCR anymore. So
So it's not ending up on YouTube. All right, that's what I was gonna
no, I hope not, but who knows these days. They're going to have to make me go and check.
Yeah.
So we're doing this on the air now. There's the Show Us Your Degrassi marathons that are going on, sort of retrospective and just kind of a big love fest. So we wanted to ask you some kind of questions looking back over 6 seasons of Degrassi. So let's start with, do you have a favorite moment? Excuse me, a favorite moment from one of the shows?
I don't know if it's my favorite moment from on TV, but definitely my favorite episode to shoot was, and this is going way back, I think it was in the second season, the wedding episode, Spike and Snake's wedding, where me, Ryan, or JT, and Jake and Craig go to try and get the stripper.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know why, I was thinking about this the other day, and for some reason, that episode has always stood out as just having a really good time, because it was a great script, and we have a fantastic director for that episode, and just the whole thing, it legitimized it for me as like a real TV show, like, cause it's always been a real TV show, but it was like, it wasn't as surreal to me. Like, the first season was like, okay, I'm doing this, yay, I don't really see an effect, but shooting that was like, okay, I'm on a TV show, and that's pretty damn cool.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you've been there as long as anybody.
Yeah, like total episode number 1.
Actually,
Episode number 1.
even in that first episode, not all of the characters were there, so you're one of the.
Yeah, I think it was like the 4 of us.
Yeah, it was like you and JT and Emma and wait,
Manny.
who's
And
oh, and Manny, right?
And JT's
Yeah.
gone now, so.
Because you guys had all known each other from what? From like elementary school, I guess. If it was
I
like
guess so.
Do people you meet tend to think of you as your character?
It's hard to say. I don't think people really think of me as either me or my character. I think it's just the guy on TV.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Like, no, I haven't had anyone come up to me and say, like, why didn't you stop Rick from shooting someone? Like, I've never had a plot attack on me. But at the same time, no one's ever actually called me Jake.
Right.
Like, people recognize me as Toby.
Right.
But they don't. I think there's still the disconnect from TV and reality.
Right.
So it's like it's kind of in the middle. It's weird.
Does it bug you when people call you Toby, or is that fine?
It used to.
Yeah.
When we first started up, it definitely did. Now I'm just used to it.
Yeah.
I'd prefer they call my real name, but I don't expect them to learn it because I don't expect them, if they want to talk to me, that they have to go and learn my real name, because I just think that's ridiculous. Like, I don't know the names of a lot of the people I watch on TV.
Right.
So it doesn't really bother me anymore. But I don't even get Toby so much anymore. Now it's literally just, you're the Degrassi guy.
Degrassi Boy seems to be the like catch-all name for every
Yeah,
actor on Degrassi.
What do you think the biggest difference is between you and Toby?
The glasses.
Oh, you don't wear
You
glasses?
don't really.
Damn glasses.
Wow.
I like
But-
Toby's glasses. I think they're good frames.
But seriously, the biggest difference between us? Probably the sciencey, computer-like intelligence. I am so not there.
You're saying you're way smarter, is what you're saying.
Oh, completely.
You've
I
moved
can
on to like
calculate-
the atom smashing quantum physics stuff, is what you're.
Yeah, I can calculate something of an atom to. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Something
Right.
decimal.
Yeah, pretty much.
What can we expect? Well, what's it like now that you're shooting season 7, like,
Yeah, we've shot the first 6 now.
well, I mean, how is it not kind of having that? I mean, I know you haven't had it for a while, but like that core group of, like we were just saying, like JT and Toby has been a thing since episode 1.
Right.
Like, how is Toby doing without his buddy?
Well, not well.
Oh no.
It's I'm not quite at the I don't think he's quite at the breakdown in the middle of the hallway crying stage, but
Oh man.
with Degrassi, who knows? But, it's definitely touched on, and it's definitely a lot of residual anger.
Yeah.
Just at the fact that it happened. Not so much for like anger that of him personally, just anger that he's gone, really.
Which is great because I hate it when like a character dies off of a show and then it's like, oh, and here's the funeral episode, and then everybody's okay. Like,
Yeah, no, yeah,
you know.
it definitely isn't going away.
That's good. I'd be mad if it did. What's your favorite Toby episode ever?
Favorite Toby episode? I kind of like the one where JT got killed. To be honest, that whole episode was just a blast to shoot.
Yeah, with the
Because it was,
party
like,
and
one
everything.
episode, it was one plot. It was just a party for 3 days of shooting,
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a lot of fun to shoot. And the stripper episode.
If they only had had a stripper in the Death of JT
I
episode,
know,
it
we
would have
should
been
have had one
perfect.
for the party. Would have been the best episode ever.
So over the well, now 7 seasons that you've been shooting, who in real life, I mean, who do you think has changed the most?
Character-wise, or
No, in real life, just because you guys have grown up literally together,
yes, we have.
and no one's the same as at age 12 that they are when they're 18 or 19.
We've all matured, and there's definitely on set now. It's definitely a more professional feel. Like I remember, first couple seasons, it was like TV camp. That's kind of the feel. We were kids, like we were just kids having a good time, and we happened to have to know how to say things. But now it's definitely like it's still fun. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to be really doing anything else right now, but it's a more professional and mature atmosphere.
Is there sort of more pressure on the cast now because now that they're like older people, they are, like a little more weight is put on their shoulders because it's felt that they can handle it, or?
If there is more pressure, no one shows it. It's still handled, even though it's a more mature feel, we're still just a bunch of idiots doing what we do.
I'm sure everyone else will be glad to hear that you think they're idiots.
Yeah, well, I mean, oh, look what I've done now. I mean, idiot in the most loving way possible.
Right.
I love idiots. Idiots are my favorite.
Exactly. Idiots in a good way, not idiots in the stupid.
Right.
What are you studying in school? Like, when you say finishing up school, are you kind of?
I'm finishing up high school.
Okay.
I took a 5th year because why not?
Right.
But
Are you gonna head to university, or are you
I'm
gonna?
heading off to it in September.
Sweet.
Just looking forward. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to Montreal to study journalism.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
I am looking forward to that.
What kind of journalist do you want to be?
Oh,
Do you want to write, or do you want to do?
I
history?
definitely want to write.
Mm-hmm.
I was music or sports probably just because they're really my 2 biggest passions.
Yeah, rock journalist is like probably the cushiest job on the planet.
Yeah.
All right, then we have to ask you one music and one sports question then. Okay, so
Okay.
well, you said you were listening to music this summer. So what type of stuff are you listening to?
Better to ask me what type of stuff they don't listen to.
Or what was the last song you listened to on your MP3 player or something like that?
I can tell you that. The last song exactly I listened to was a song called Old Souls Know by a band called Ted Leo and the Pharmacists.
Hi, Jake Goldsbie.
Mary.
I love Ted Leo. I saw Chisel play like back in.
You saw Chisel?
Yeah,
That's
totally.
so cool.
Right? Thank you.
Loved it. They were awesome.
Yeah, seriously. That album is like so deeply underrated.
Yes, it really is. I saw Ted actually last month here.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, his live shows are.
He sweats more than any human being, but he's awesome.
So read off a couple other artists on your MP3 player there.
All right, hold on a sec. Okay. On my MP3 player. Okay, well, I guess I'll go into the most played category here. Well, most played, I guess, is my favorite band, which is an Australian band called The Living End.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're, what else? I listen to The Clash, Hold Steady, Queens of the Stone Age, They Might Be Giants, Hawksley Workman, The Jam, Talking Heads, The Roots.
You're awesome, Jake
Yeah, that's a
Goldsbie.
big. That's quite a mix there.
Big flawless list.
I
Wait,
try.
what's the most embarrassing thing on your iPod? Like, what would you not want to read out loud to us, but I'm going to make you read it to us anyway.
The thing I don't want to read out loud, but you're asking me to read out loud?
Yeah, exactly.
I have Lily Allen's album on here. And
That's not
I guess,
embarrassing.
I guess it's not that bad. Like I've taken some shots for it for my friend just because she's sort of, I guess basically because she's a woman, which I think is weird. But
Yeah.
I think she's awesome. So
I
I'm
agree.
listening to it as long as I want.
Yeah.
They can all go down.
What is that supposed to, is it because she's supposed to be for girls or what?
Not so much. It's just really poppy.
Oh, okay.
Like it's really poppy music, but that's not always a bad thing.
All right, so let's ask before we let you go. We'll ask you one or two sports questions. So what's your sport? As fan wise, I don't mean playing.
Fan wise, I guess really equally it's the big four, I guess. So football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Of course, hockey. I'm in Canada, so we have to watch it.
Well, yes, and Ottawa just cashed into the to
And
the
I
Mighty
couldn't be
Ducks.
happier.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, I'm definitely in the minority here. But no, I'm a Leafs fan, and we kind of have the rivalry with the Senators, so I felt against rooting for them.
We asked Tyler Kite, from Instant Star about this because he was actually in the middle of filling out his hockey playoffs bracket when we talked to him, and he had a very interesting philosophy about being a Leafs fan and whether he should root for the Senators, and now I've completely forgotten what it was. I think he actually decided I do remember he decided that he needed to root for the Senators because if the Senators won, they would finally shut up about not winning a Stanley Cup, and he thought that was worth their winning.
That's true, but I prefer to listen to them complain about losing.
All right. I have to ask you one other question here because this is something I don't know if I've ever actually talked to a football fan from Canada about this, and I think actually a lot of our listeners won't. Are you an NFL fan or a CFL fan or both?
I'm mostly an NFL fan.
Right.
If I had to pick one of the two, I'd pick the NFL, but I have nothing against the CFL.
Is the CFL more popular in Canada than the NFL, or is it? Or...
Not here, not in Toronto, but I think in every city that's not Toronto, it is.
Really? Okay, that's interesting. Because there's no it would be incredibly difficult to find a CFL fan in the U.S.
It'd be incredibly difficult to find someone in the States who could name more than 3 CFL teams.
Yeah, I would say more than one. and I think that
true,
people who can name one can only name it because they saw it on Coach Armstrong's sweatshirt in one episode of Degrassi.
Can you name 3?
No, I can only name one. I can name the Argonauts, but that's the only one I can think of offhand.
Name one.
Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a CFL.
Well, there you go. A lot of people don't.
All right. Well, when we've gotten to the intricacies of professional football leagues, I think it's time to call it a podcast. So.
Not even professional Canadian football league.
Right, exactly. Thanks, Jake.
No problem.
Enjoy
Thank
your
you so
month
much.
off.
Okay.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. I like Jake Goldsbie's iPod.
Yeah. That's
The
impressive.
Jam? Come on.
Yeah,
What kid
exactly.
listens to the
And
Jam?
the Clash and yet the Hold Steady and the Roots.
Yep. Yeah, and the Roots.
Jake
It's
Goldsbie
not
is
even
much.
that hip hop.
I think if there's a message to this podcast, the message is that Jake Goldsbie is much cooler than Toby.
Oh, definitely.
Exponentially.
I would not put it past Toby to have good taste in music. I think Toby is widely underestimated.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you
I think-
basing this assumption on?
Because he's into the internet. And
All right, go on.
because if you're a nerd, let's just assume Toby's a nerd, which I think is safe to say. Nerds' whole thing is knowing about the intricacies of something that they like. So if Toby likes music at all, he likes good music. Is what I'm saying.
That's true. I would actually argue that if he likes music at all, he knows a lot about the music he likes, and he likes what is considered good for the type of music he likes. But,
Right.
But it's not.
Yeah, like he knows like the baseball stats of the music he likes.
Exactly.
Wait, the other thing I liked was when he said like he hasn't had a plot attack.
Yeah, plot attack. That was. I wonder if that happened to so much to other people on the show that they've come up with a name for it.
Right.
Okay,
All right.
Mary. So you're on vacation next week.
I'm on vacation, but I'll still do the
You're
podcast
gonna record
because
the
I'm
podcast from
workaholic.
some exotic locale.
From Nantucket.
We're gonna hear like
Exotic.
steel drums in the background. Oh, you just
I
gave
don't
away where
think
you're
they have
going.
steel drums in
You just gave
Nantucket.
away where you're going. I thought you were
I
gonna
don't
give
care.
away where
That's-
you're going. All right.
See, like
wanna
if
give
they
out the
can
address?
hop the ferry to Nantucket, good luck. Good for them. They can spend $150 to stock the Mary.
All right. So I'll talk to you from your beachfront castle in Nantucket next week.
Yeah, totally.
See ya.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.